Major economic reform that's needed right now. He's been campaigning on getting more jobs, and this is going to be a real focus for him. And the first 100 days, by the way, is a honeymoon period. And that's when presidents have goodwill, usually from the other party itself, and there's a little exception. It's not quite that way yet, but still, in this case, Trump has to take the first 100 days initiative to get a lot of those things done, like infrastructure spending, job creation, trade. He said we're going to stop our jobs from being exported to other countries, cheap labor countries. Those are key priorities for him, and he better capitalize on his first 100 days of whatever goodwill he has, which is not a whole lot, because don't forget, he's only got a 40% approval rating right now, which is the lowest of modern-day presidents. But I think he'll have his best shot right now to try to accomplish those things.
Polls are kind of interesting because a Gallup poll comes out and says that he has a 56% job approval rating before he even took the oath of office. I saw that this morning. But let's talk about that first 100 days. And one big issue is the Affordable Care Act. They say they have a plan, but just like 8 years ago, we don't know what it is until, are we going to have to wait until it's signed before we find out what it is?
It's my understanding, and again, I am no healthcare expert, but it's my understanding that the Republicans are not going to push a massive 2,000-page bill that nobody has read across the desk and just have people sign it on blind faith. That they're going to repeal as much of Obamacare as they can through the reconciliation process. And then what they do, they will pass a series of smaller bills that deal with problems individually. That hopefully then they can pull in. Again, I think there are 10 members of the Senate running for re-election in states that Donald Trump won, that hopefully they could pull in some of them and maybe get some bipartisan support. Those are Democrats. Remember, there was not one single Republican vote for Obamacare, the only major entitlement in the U.S. that had no bipartisan support. And you've seen the results of it. It's been a boom for Republicans over the last 8 years. So the Republicans, I'm sure, are trying to avoid that same scenario from happening to them with Trump care.
All right, Matt Klink and Peter Matthews, thank you so much for your time today. It really meant a lot for your insight and your knowledge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You didn't even hear half the stories.
I know, right? All right, back to our storm alert coverage now. The storms have prompted the National Weather Service to announce